Do you know what I mean? If you have followed any of these videos with the whole betrayal trauma, you know that it's something that weighs heavy on my mind. And I don't know, it's just like these you wonder if people realize how much it affects you, like what it's like every time something just seems a little off, you're questioning it, and it's really frustrating because you can't tell if you should be concerned or not. Like, are you going overboard? Are you exaggerating things? I don't know. I've talked about it before, and I'll say it again. One little element is out of place in your daily situations, or anything with your spouse, where like he or she is not. They took too long to go somewhere. You know, is there something about? Is there something to that? Am I? It's like intuition. Is it really intuition is wrong, or is it right? And there's something going on, and you aren't getting the truth, or is your intuition just so fucked up because your trust has been destroyed? So now you can't even trust your own judgment. You can't even assume that your intuition is right anymore. I don't know. It's just like I feel like I'm in the fucking Matrix. I'm always wondering, does everything really make sense? Is everything really real? Is this really happening? I don't know. It's really anguish, and frustration is all I can think of day to day. Every little fucking aspect of what I go through during a normal day. And the funny part is like, this doesn't bother me to the point where like I can't function. I can function. It's only when I have a few minutes to sit back and think about a situation. My wife's getting ready to go on a little road trip with a friend. Her friend is going down to West Virginia to visit a brother or something. I don't know. And like, I keep getting these weird feelings about that. Like, what? We're just out of the blue. There's a brother all of a sudden down in West Virginia, or why do you? I don't know. And I shouldn't because like over the last 2 years, me and some guys that I grew up with, guys I've known since I was like 11, 12 years old, we have started trying to have little reunions, get together again. And like, typically what we do is we've done it twice. Once we rented a cabin in North Carolina up in the mountains, and we literally just hung out at the cabin for the most part. It was a weekend, like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. One day we took a ride and kind of went hiking and did some stuff. Went to a grocery store and picked up food. But for the most part, the whole weekend we just hung out and drank and sat by a fire and reminisced, and and then we did the same thing this past September in Florida. We rented an Airbnb, just a house at a regular house in a regular neighborhood in I can't remember the name of the town now, but it was out towards Ocala. And we sat at the house all weekend. We left the house one day and we went swimming we were swimming for maybe 30 minutes, and then we got out of the water because it was a natural spring and it was like really cold, lots of people, and it was just, we weren't feeling it. So about 30 minutes after we jumped in the water, we jumped back out and headed back to the house. So stuff like that I do, and I shouldn't judge or feel whatever because I go and do stuff. And what's to say she's not thinking the same things that I do when I go on these getaways with my friends. I don't know. I just that's the part that that I'm struggling with. That's the part that I fight with all the time is the feelings that I'm getting, are they false, or are they real? And we just haven't come to the it hasn't come on, what's the word I'm looking for? Hasn't been brought to the table. She hasn't confided in me or confessed, and I can't tell. The lines are so blurred between whether or not that's the case or whether or not I'm just overthinking it. You know, that's another thing I have a tendency to do, which I've ever since being cheated on, I do more. I overthink things way more than I ever used to. It never was really a problem for me, at least not like this anyway, you know? So these are the things that we go through, and your vision gets blurred. Blurred is not a word, I don't think. But your vision gets blurred, and you honestly can't tell the difference between those two things. Like I said, is your intuition wrong or is your intuition right? And it just hasn't come to the surface yet, you know? Somebody hasn't confessed to the things that you're suspicious of, the things that you're assuming are happening on all these occasions. You know, like I said, you come home and somebody's home when they shouldn't be, or you come home and somebody's not home when they should be, or they want to go to the store but they don't want you to go with them. Why? You know, like, I don't know. I think about this stuff all the time, and it's really aggravating as hell. And I know there's other people out there with the same issue, and I really honestly feel for you, because I know exactly where you're coming from. I know exactly how it feels, and it's one of the toughest things to do by far. Like, I don't have all the answers. I'm not this channel. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a whatever. I'm not here to save the day. I'm here to talk about it and get insight from you guys as well, you know, and hopefully you get some sort of insight from me in these little videos. And that's I don't know. That's it. It's getting late. I got to go to bed, and it's almost 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm going to have to be up about 5:30. So leave a comment below. I'd like to hear from you guys. I'd like to hear anything that may be a good comparison, or maybe something that could help you or help me. So I'll see you in the next video.